In today's India, asking questions and raising concerns has apparently become so difficult that you might think democracy now means sit quietly and agree with everything. That's the backdrop for the latest political drama. And yet, the opposition has decided to push back, showing that some MPs are still trying to keep the debate alive. Opposition parties have submitted a notice to move a no confidence motion against Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla. This move marks an escalation in tensions during the budget session of the 18th Lok Sabha, and the notice was given to the Lok Sabha Secretary General. It will now be examined under parliamentary rules. Opposition leaders say the Speaker has been acting in a blatantly partisan manner, favouring the ruling side and not giving the opposition a fair chance to speak in the House. The motion has reportedly been signed by over 100 members of the parliament, showing that many opposition MPs support this step. The decision to take this step comes after several days of heated disputes in Parliament, especially during debates on the union budget and other key issues. Opposition MPs have reportedly protested, saying they were not allowed to raise important matters. One key source of anger was the Speaker's decision to limit speaking time for the leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi, on several occasions. Mr. Gandhi and other opposition leaders said they were not given enough opportunities to speak on issues they consider vital. Opposition leaders also point to the suspension of 8 MPs for the whole of this session, which they say was done unfairly. These MPs were suspended amid noisy protests in the House, and the opposition says this shows bias in how the Speaker is running proceedings. Another protest point was when Mr. Gandhi was not allowed to speak quote from an unpublished book while speaking about the 2020 India-China border standoff, which led to further disruption in the Lok Sabha. Opposition MPs also criticized remarks made by the Speaker about women members of Parliament, which they say described as inappropriate. Under the Constitution and parliamentary rules, a Speaker can be removed only if a resolution for removal is passed by a majority of all members of the Lok Sabha and 14 days notice is given before that resolution is introduced. This notice now starts that process, but because the ruling party alliance has a large majority in the Lok Sabha, it is unlikely the motion will succeed in removing the Speaker. Still, the move shows deep frustration among opposition parties. They say they have been denied basic rights in Parliament, like the right to speak freely, to question government policies, and to raise important national issues. The Speaker's supporters argue, of course which majorly are from the ruling government, that he has been following parliamentary rules and that decisions on speaking time and suspensions are within his authority. In their notice, opposition leaders accuse the Speaker of abuse of his constitutional office and of showing bias in how he conducted the proceedings lately. The coming days will be important. Parliament will now consider this notice, and political debate is likely to continue as the budget session moves forward. Even if the motion cannot remove the Speaker, it highlights how sharply divided India's political parties are over how the House should function. And after all, isn't the whole point of democracy arguing with each other?